This is a public service announcement of a very scary real estate scam that you need to know about. It could literally save you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, so just imagine, you spent the last 10 years of your life saving everything to become a homeowner. You've worked 2 jobs, you've sacrificed not going on vacation, not drinking that Starbucks coffee. You've done everything to pinch pennies so you have enough money to finally become a homeowner. You finally get enough money, and now you go through that process of finding the perfect home. Months later, you're making offers and you're going through that whole experience. You finally get a deal under contract. It's the perfect home. Then you have to go through the process of getting a mortgage, and how awful that can be. They're asking you for all these documents, and then these stupid documents that make no sense. If you ever gotten a loan, you know what I'm talking about. And so finally, it's the day before closing, all that stress, it's all come down to you finally becoming a homeowner. So you're both excited, but you're also nervous, and you get the email about the wiring instructions because they no longer allow you to go get a cashier's check from the bank. You have to wire the money to the closing company, to the title company, to the closing attorney, whichever one you're using for your state. So you follow the instructions, you go to the bank, you wire the money, and voila, you think all is good. The next morning, you get up, you're refreshed, you're excited, you're finally going to get the keys, and you get a call, or you get an email, and they say that the wire hasn't showed up yet. You're like, well, that's strange. Well, maybe there's just a slight delay. So you contact the bank, and the bank says, no, we wired it yesterday. It's no longer in your account. It's out of our system. It's in their system. You're like, huh. So you call the title company back, and they say, well, send me exactly the instructions on where you sent it. So you send it over to them, and then the shock and horror. It's discovered that you did wire the money correctly, but you wired it to a professional cyber criminal's account, and that you became the victim of an email phishing scam. And what that cyber criminal did was that they sent you an email that looked like it came from your title company or your closing attorney, but it didn't. And so you sent the money to a different place, and that money never is coming back. It's untraceable. The FBI can't help you. A lawsuit can't help you. It's gone. And not only is it gone, but you're not buying that house. Do I have your attention now? Good. It's happening. A couple in Washington, D.C. just lost $1 million that way. A gentleman in Oregon lost $123,000 that way. Thankfully, Fidelity National Title hired him as their national spokesperson to let people know about this. A family in Florida just lost $77,000 with this, and it's becoming more rampant because as these cyber criminals continue to be successful, they're doing more and more of it. Now, meanwhile, I've never experienced this problem. That's never happened to me before. And I've done literally thousands of wires. I'm both a hard money lender and a real estate investor. I've done tons of deals. And the fact that I'm having to wire so much, I literally have special accounts where I pay less per wire because of all the volume. I've never made a mistake over thousands of wires. How is that humanly possible? Well, that's the good news. The great news of this public service announcement is the way you avoid that absolute catastrophe of wiring your money to a criminal's account instead of the title company's account is this. You call the title company and you verify over the phone each digit of the wiring instructions. That's it. That's all you got to do. I know you might be saying, Phil, that's so simple. Why doesn't everybody do it? Great question. I looked at a study recently on communications among millennials, and their least used form of communication is a telephone call. They will do text and email and social media chats and every other form of communication before they'll get on a phone. So it might be outside of your comfort zone, but if you're about to wire $10 or $50 or $100 or $300,000, pick up the phone and verify the wiring instructions. That's all you got to do. By being on that phone, you will know if you made any mistakes. And now, a lot of times what I recommend people do when they're buying a house is if they're going to be wiring at the bank, go to the bank, make sure that title agent's going to be available, because one of the frustrations with a telephone call is what if they don't pick up? coordinate and make sure they're going to be available. Call them up, put them on three-way or put them on speakerphone while you're there with the banker, and make sure that wiring instructions are absolutely perfect. It's worth the extra 3 minutes to do it right, because if you do it wrong, you're not getting it back potentially. All right, well, I hope I've scared you, but also inspired you on this public service announcement, this awful scam that is continuing to proliferate. But all you got to do to stop it is to make sure you verify your wiring instructions with the title company over the phone. Make sure you're talking to the right title company, too. All right, well, I'm Phil Pustiowski with freedommentor.com, and as a real estate mentor and coach, I like to share this wisdom with you so that you can be on the know of what's going on in the real estate world. If you don't already have my book, How to Be a Real Estate Investor, I give this bestseller away for free in these videos. And also, while we're on this topic of negativity, I wrote a book, Real Estate Investing Gone Bad. It's a series of stories of what you can learn and what not to do in real estate. In fact, this phishing scam's not in this book, probably should be. But I've got a great video that talks more about this as well. Real Estate Investing Gone Bad. Check that out. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one.